Good evening and welcome back to Tiny Bunny. So we put the mitten in the drawer now. This simple action drained the last bit of strength for me. Okay. I sat on the bed, and only then I noticed there was something behind the curtains. Olya, my terror dropped to the sheets. Whatever it was due to medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The corners of the room bent and undulated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. A flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor. It reminded me of a burial sheet. Olya? Who else would be standing there? I stood up and licked my dried up lips.
Olya, очень смешно.
Hey Olya, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains. And there was a thick layer of darkness there, not a human being. I reached toward the curtains. But beat my heart, controlled my medication. The wind sang in the field of chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to the bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They are looking without blinking, waiting me to fall asleep. Plastic rings rustle against the holder when I pulled open the curtains.
Попался!
Gotcha, she's cute.
Я сразу понял,
I know
что
it was
это
you
ты.
from the beginning. A blindly bright halo lit up above us, Olya said, with the settling sun as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, they always used to say she was shining with happiness. I always retorted, but that she's not some flashlight. But I brought her to the window when the sunlight poured on her smiling face. I feel like I was holding a light woven child.
А я все видела.
I saw everything.
Да ну,
Oh really?
что ты спрятал?
What did you hide? She was just like my mom when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched to her commanding tone of voice.
Ничего, просто...
That's nothing, just. Olya ran up to the table, her eyes round and
Ты
asked,
что-то украл и теперь
You stole
прячешь?
something and hid it
Ты
there?
вор?
Are you a thief?
Что?
What? Don't be
Глупо.
stupid.
Ничего я не
I
крал.
didn't steal anything. A clear image came to my mind, that mitten hanging from a tree branch. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest, from the tilted figure standing behind the black trees. Olya called me savage and stubborn when she wanted.
Покажи тогда.
Then show me.
Поклянись, что
Swear
никому
that
не
you want to
скажешь.
tell anyone when
Тогда
I show
покажу.
you. Olya wore a plotting smile.
Клянусь
I
маминым
swear on
сердцем.
mom's... Never swear on me, Mom. God, no, you don't do this. On oath she heard one of the movies about the pioneers we have
Не
watched.
говори так.
Don't say things like that. Olya nodded and made gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary key. I wish I had a daughter like this. Oh, I wish I had a doctor. Oh, I wish I had a family. Oh, this would be nice. A little son, a little girl. Or two little girls and two little sons. She was filled with curiosity that was splashing in her giant eyes. I opened the drawer and Olya leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter.
Это
Is this someone's mitten? She said that if she couldn't understand what she saw.
один мальчик потерял.
A certain boy
Ты
lost
сам
it and got
потерялся.
lost himself.
Теперь понимаешь, как
No,
опасно
you
гулять в
understand how
лесу,
dangerous it is for
особенно
kids to
детям.
wander into the forest, right?
Ему, наверное,
He must be
там
really
очень
cold out
холодно.
there.
Его найдут?
Will they find him?
Обязательно.
They will.
Участковый по
The
домам
police are
ходит,
going house
всем
to house,
фотографии
showing
его
his photo to
показывают.
everybody. Olya traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the windows.
А почему он по домам
And why
ходит,
are
а
they
не
going
по
to the
лесу?
house and not the forest?
Боится?
Are they scared? The question caught me off guard.
Милиционеры ничего не
The
боятся.
police aren't scared of anything.
И лес они
They always
прочесали.
go to the forest. Yeah, right, flashed in my clouded mind. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, how did they miss the mitten? Or did it appear later for me? I changed the topic. As if trying to get all as far away as possible from the forest thicket.
Если я сам найду
We may get a
пропавшего
reward if
мальчика,
I go
нам,
and
может,
find this
награду
boy
дадут.
by myself.
Кучу всякого,
A lot
как
of
в поле
stuff like
чудес.
in the Wheel of Fortune.
Клёво же.
Sounds cool, right? Olya wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredible adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. She's so cute.
А что, если это
What if the
сова
old
его
got him?
тащит? Ерунда.
Nonsense!
Не может
An
сова
old
поднять
won't be able
человека.
to lift a
Ну
human.
вот что.
But you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced him out of my over-execrable. I think she sees already what's happening in this forest, and Anton needs to realize what is living there.
Ты в лес не
Stay away from the
Мне
forest. I
кажется,
think
как бы
it's...
сказать.
How should I put it?
Проклятый
It's
что
cursed or
Как в
something.
сказке?
Just like in a fairy tale?
Нет,
No,
скорее
more
как на
like
той
in a
страшной
spooky
кассете,
tape
что
our parents
родители
hide
прячут.
from us. Olya shivered and stole a glance at the window.
Я видела, как ты
I saw you running
За
away.
тобой кто-то
Someone was
гнался?
chasing you.
Нет, просто
No, it's
чтобы
just I
мама
was
не
hurrying back
волновалась, спешил
home so
домой.
mom won't be worried. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile. It was so easy to stiff her light. A gust of wind and a small fire would begun.
Хорошо тебе.
You're lucky.
Меня вот мама не пускает даже на
Mom won't
крыльцо.
even let me go outside.
Как принцесса
I'm
в
like a
башне
princess in
сижу.
tower. I can't go
И вот
anywhere.
так и умру тут
I will
от
die
скуки.
from boredom
Не
here.
придумывай.
You're
От
wrong.
скуки еще
No one
никто
has
не
ever died
умирал.
of
У тебя же
boredom.
есть я и мультики,
And you
а
have
мама
me
с
and your
папой скоро
cartoons and mom, and
помирятся.
that will be good to teach to each other soon.
Знаешь, что бы я
You
загадала
know
на
what? I
следующий
would
день
wish for
рождения?
I would wish for on my next birthday.
Чтобы
I wish for
родители
mom
тоже
and
в
dad to
детей
turn into children so we
превратились.
could go and
И
play
мы бы
together
все
like we
вместе
used to.
играли, как раньше. Ага. А если бы
Yeah.
они стали размером
And
с
if you
жука,
make
то
them
мы
so
бы их в
small and
спичечный
box, we could
коробок
place them into a
посадили.
little box. Olya giggled and tugged at my sleeve.
Тоша, пойдем Аладдина
Tosha,
смотреть.
let's go watch Aladdin. The smile looks creepy. Look at his face. Look at his face. If you put your hand down, the eyes looks creepy. So cover the mouth with your hand, and then cover the eyes, and just this is a Joker smile. She's totally, oh god, she's so creepy. It's just so creepy. I felt like you won over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of faintness apathy.
Вымотался я.
I am too
Что-то
tired.
не
I don't
хочется.
want to.
Ну пойдем.
Come on. Okay, now she's cute again.
Мне скучно
It's so
одной,
boring
а мама
alone, and mama's
занята
always
всё.
busy.
Можно выбрать
We
другой
can pick a
мультик,
cartoon you
который
haven't
ты еще
seen
не
before.
видел. Да я все наши кассеты
I know
наизусть
all of our
знаю.
tapes by heart at this point.
А вот и не все.
Not all of them. You haven't
Ты
watched
Питера
Peter
Пэна
Pan.
не видел. Помнишь, ты
You
уснул на
remember how you fell
середине?
asleep in the middle of it?
А там потом
And so
такое.
much happens after it.
Ну
Let's go, let's
пойдем.
go.
Давай попозже.
Maybe a bit later.
Рассказать тебе,
Should I
чем
tell
все
you how it
закончилось?
ends?
Утром
Let's leave
расскажешь.
that for tomorrow.
Утром не захочу.
I won't tell you tomorrow.
Придумала.
I know.
давай
Let's play.
в
No. We don't play head say. No.
Нет, Оль.
No, Olya.
Тогда
Then draw me a dino.
нарисуй мне динозавра.
Olya,
Оля, блин.
please.
Нарисуй.
Draw it.
Да оставь ты меня в
Leave me alone
покое.
already. I blurted out without thinking, and then I was even taken aback. I never screamed at my little sister like that. Olya stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tear. My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? I hurried to prevent Olya from crying.
Ладно,
Alright, you win.
уболтала.
Let's go watch Cartoon Stupid. I don't wanna. I came up to her, put my hand on her soft head.
Пойдем.
Let's go.
Питера Пэна
Let's
посмотрим.
go watch Peter Pan.
Ага, ты опять
Oh, you fell
уснешь.
asleep again. I smiled with her shame. Her eyes were wet and filled bottomless.
Не усну,
I
обещаю.
promise I won't.
А потом я тебе целого
And I will draw you
трицератопса
full
нарисую.
Triceratops later.
Ура!
Hooray! Triple Pops! Oh, she's
Ну,
cute.
почти.
Well, close enough. I rolled her eyes with a sleeve of her pajamas, and shining smile returned to her face.
Давай ты пока кассету перемотаешь, а я у мамы
I will go
попрошу
ask Mom for
сгущенки с хлебом.
condensed milk and bread. You ruined the
Только
tape.
утром
The
свежий
fresh,
привезли, как ты
the
любишь.
bread is fresh, and just go how you like
Неси,
it.
только
Alright,
аккуратнее,
just
а
be
то
careful not to
разольёшь,
spill the
опять
milk.
ругаться
Or
будешь.
you will yell it again.
Спорим, не разолью.
Well, I bet I won't spill it again.
Кассета
The
где-то
tape
в
is somewhere in the
тумбочке.
lesson. Look
Поищи
for
пока.
it. Olya disappeared in the doorway, and I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. This is the room. It looks so. Boah. We have free sales. So, a piggy bank. Olya is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him will take a lot of money. This is nice. Olya's countless toys. An old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Olya doesn't sleep without it. And she digs her nose into its fur when she sleeps. The sound. Oh. So the window. The scary window where Olya sees the accused owl every night, lurking in the dark. You have a wolf? What are you seeing? And she sees a doll. Olya keeps curtains open during the day, but as soon as the twilight comes, she shuts them tight, so she won't see the pair of hungry eyes outside. The old fountain tube was gathering dust in the corner. All that was left was clicking a button on the front panel. And what we are seeing now? The tube warmed up and foam white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on VCR when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment. It was a dark tiger force, just like one outside my window. The picture split screen in half. Something creepy resembling human speech was coming out of a speaker. Just a few moments later, the singing was again overshadowed by noise. Did it catch some rook signal? Local TV station only really showed Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. And only just recently, I used to always watch Robotech before school. It was so awesome. Maybe I should tinker with the antenna. But what if I catch the signal again? On the other hand, Olya asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I didn't have the strength to do all of it. I don't like this. No jump scare, no jump scare. I sift through the shelves full of dolls and blue hippos from Kinder Surprise. Ah, the blue hippos, yeah! They are tons of money worth. I found the tape needed thanks to its shabby spine. It's sad that Kinder Surprise doesn't make this figure anymore. Like they used to. I got the black return from its box. Neverland. The tape inside its rustled while rewinding out to the beginning. The rustle was lulling me to sleep. Drowsiness attacked me while I was squatting before the TV. Images whirled in my head. Me and Olya flying above the forest, tumbling the soft clouds. My little sister is laughing, but her smile becomes more and more forced with every passing second. I noticed that the clouds underneath us parted, bearing the bristly pine tops. Swampy darkness sloped along the trees. The wings are no longer able to hold us and Olya. You haven't started without me, have you? My sister brought me the tray with unwilling cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. Can of condensed milk? Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the Soviet, this is ex-Soviet state, right? So yeah, doesn't have plenty of things.
Нет, садись.
Now, come sit.
Мама с
Mom and
папой
Dad
опять
argue
у них
again.
сейчас
They're
период
going
такой.
through rough times.
Глупый какой-то.
Rough times are lame. Front button. On the screen, Wendy was hiding Peter Pan's shadow on the dresser. Olya was entertained by the cartoonish dog Nana.
Может, и нам родители
Maybe Mom and
собачку
Dad will
купят?
buy us a dog too. What is this? Ah, this was the crocodile. Tinkerbell, the crocodile, Hook.
Ага, как
Yeah,
же.
right.
В Небыляндии у
I
меня
have my
будет
own
своя
dog in the Netherlands, and a cat,
собственная
and a parrot. Ooh.
И кошка.
Oh, this sounds like the story doesn't end well. Why is the right button the menu? Ah, the right mouse button is the stupid menu. Why is it the menu? Go away. Olya smeared a slice of bread with a thick layer of condensed milk and handed it to me.
А у тебя все
Have you lost all of
молочные
your
зубы
baby teeth?
выпали? Конечно.
Obviously. Or frowned deep in thought.
Питера
Peter
Пэна
Pan
зубы
has baby
молочные.
teeth.
Вдруг со взрослыми
What if
зубами
they won't
тебя
let
не
you go
пустят
to
в
his
его
land with
страну?
adult teeth?
Мы что-нибудь
Yeah,
обязательно
think of
придумаем.
something.
Попросим
We-
папу исправить тебе возраст в паспорте.
Oh, she's just cute. We are scared to alter your age and passport.
С чего это папа
And why
будет
would that
документы
forge
подделывать?
documents? Olya took a bite from the sandwich and started to talk with her mouth full. Ah,
Будет,
we
будет. Мама
heard Mom
говорила, что он
had
так
did
делал.
it before.
А я подслушала.
He did it before. He forged okay, Soviet Union.
Смотри, уши
You will grow
вырастут,
ears
как
as
у
big
Дамбо.
as Dumbos. Olya got worried and touched her ear. I smiled to myself. My little sister was silent now. She just devoured bread, watching the adventures of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and James Hook. James Hook? This was his name? As if she gets sucked into the fairy tale in Neverland. To be honest, I also managed myself there in a land where one never ages, where no one argues over little things, where no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. It felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back to reality. Tasha, shut the curtains first.
Зачем?
Why?
Никто же на
No
тебя не
one's watching
смотрит.
you.
Уже темно.
It's dark when Suck the
Когда
Old
темно,
comes. I'm scared. I get off my bed fighting my dryness and close the curtains. I did my best not to look outside towards the treetops, towards the tiger forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from shadows of branches scraping the snow. Tosha, Mom thinks I made it all up. And Dad too thinks I'm a liar since I am small. But the owl exists. Honestly, it does. You do believe me, right? It comes every night and I swiftly grabs Olya's hand and look at her eyes. I was trying to translate at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have these qualities? Yes, I belong you. I believe I belong you. I believe. Just don't nag our parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they will just get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens, and don't look out the window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and never exists, like it's made up, just like Mom and Dad said. It will get tired of waiting, fly away. Okay, what's happening? We followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing had happened. As if the forest didn't kidnap kids, as if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running from a crocodile and Captain Pan was heading to London on a glided sailboat. By some miracle, I last longer than my little sister. Olya's eyelids had dropped. She started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the outside of the bed. I stood up and left Olya's room. I was looking out the window, studying the field when Mom peeked into my room. Enough playing around. It's your first day at school tomorrow. Go to bed, you should sleep properly. You want to be teased for being sleepy, right? Yes, hot Mom. Adults think everything is so simple. As if sound sleep will ensure my class... English, it's too early in the morning. As if sound sleep would ensure my classmate will like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming, to something invisible rustling in the corners. My inner voice had a question for me. Do I want to hear that mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barriers, that was what my words. Some ethereal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled in one on the night. My thoughts were like anywhere flies that entered my head before, becoming weak and tangled. I didn't notice how I fell into slumber. It has come, after all, the day I feared the most, the first day of a new school term. Yeah, school term. Episode 2, Time to Play with You. So this is Vova. The missing Vova. New school, new teachers, and most importantly, new classmates, who I always have trouble connecting with. Like most other kids with glasses, probably. Yeah, back in the days, this was funny that people with glasses are bullying more than people without the glasses now. With all the screens and monitors and handy smartphones, the most people nowadays has more glasses than before. So I think this is equivalent in evidence that too much screen time is not good for your eyes. I forced myself to get out of my warm bed. That would usually drive me to my old school, but this morning the bedroom of my friends was silent. Did they sleep in? Maybe it was a good thing. I didn't want to get the daddy spoiled reputation from day one. My parents were probably still tucked in, dreaming about the good old days where everything was so simple and easy. Sweet dreams, even far removed from reality. I silently sneaked out the first floor so I wouldn't wake up anybody, especially the peacefully sleeping Olya. Oof! This looks so eerie. Oh, why is this building looking like this? Where I need to go? I mean, is there a bus stop near for me so I can go to school, or I did have Russia like school buses also like in America. I did my best to step on the middle of every floorboard. I used to play like this even in our old apartment. In my soul's touches space between floorboards, it counted as stepping into lava. The clock was spurring me on with its hands. I need to hurry faster! I was too fast, so I needed to cycle the hallway once again. Boiling lava was bursting out the cracks between floorboards. I needed to watch my step, to survive at any costs. Hippity hop, like a frog jumping on molehills, like a fearful bunny in a grove full of wolves. I made a sandwich in the kitchen, shoved down my throat and drank it down with cold tea. Okay, he's independent. It's nice. My appetite was as good as of someone being led up the scaffold toward a guillotine. I think this is a good sign that your kid is independent, but at the same time I think it's like so... I think his parents are arguing every time, right? So it's loud and they throw insults at each other. So he tried to be quiet so he don't get all the stress or get some of the arguing. So he tried to be sneaky around, don't get caught by something that they want. I lowered my gaze and saw that one of my feet was standing on two floorboards at the same time. Uh-oh. Burned to a crisp, huh? I moved my foot, discussing the snakes with the rhythm in my bell, the fear of getting hit and being calling nasty names. The clock clicked. I need to go. It was dark outside, fitting for an early winter morning. This darkness of full left the house around you. I took my time, tying my shoes, spotting up the puffy down jacket, trying to delay my unpleasant exit into semi-dark, into unnerving unknown. I rubbed my glass for good luck, if I couldn't remember a single time these thick pieces of glass proved me any god fortune. Dude, you want to really go? He's going outside. It's like in the middle of the night, and he's going to school or what? Okay, he's in the middle of nowhere. How he comes to school? It's like middle in the night. He has really to go a long way around this forest to go to the next bus stop. Maybe drive 1 hour in one direction to get into the school. On the east side of the black hole was swelling up. It leaked up stars from the sky and extinguished the rising sun. Darkness was plastered all over the treetops. The cautious cries of birds got tangled up in the thicket. I unlocked the front door with a long key that I wore around my neck. My parents made me wear his nose, afraid that I'm being a total klutz? What is this word? That I could lose the key otherwise. The wind wizard on the other side of the gate. It invited me into my new life towards dubious adventures, and tagged along like an old body pushing me in the back. White shadows that pines threw out of cover a third of the cleaning. Upon reaching the edge of the forest, I hit my nose in the coat's collar. I was squeezing through the thin firebreak, my hair ruffled up and my back hunched over. Tall trees stood up on both sides of the tightening trail. The snowy blanket rustled under my feet, and the canopy of intertwined branches above my head cut me off from the already sparse starlight. The night had no plans of moving away from the forest. As in this darkness, trees remind me of shaggy old woman that's smelling of buried earth. Is there something in the forest? Is there a scheme or so? I see nothing. No glowing eyes. Not one of the silhouettes or schemes. Their trunks turn into cracked, wrinkled face with holes in the middle as their mouths. If I lost focus even for a moment, mold-covered witches will drag me into the forest depths. Depths? Then my parents will be walking around this path screaming my name. But the dead can't answer the living. Or can they? I sense of panic growing. Of course! Your panic is running into your chest. You're in the middle of the night of the dark forest. Who's creepy? You're completely alone without any light source or even a weapon, or I don't know. I would also be panic. I was fine with Dad carrying me into the school in his hands by now. It would save me from watching the darkness rise up in the ravines like black dove. It freaked someone jumping into the bushes by me, so I turned around. As soon as I started walking faster, I heard the snow squeak behind me. The forest took a deep breath with its giant lungs. The windfall cracked. The wind and the birds were left behind in the field. Now I could only hear the forest creak. I walked, listening closely, and the unseen presence grew stronger. As if someone was following me, trying to match the pace of my footsteps. I turned my head so fast I'd make my neck crunch. A tiny trail behind me disappeared into the darkness. 3 branches overlapped, forming a natural tunnel.
Есть здесь кто?
Who's there? The question escaped my lips and dissolved in the unending cracking sound of the wooden idols, the pines around me. Why did I think through the forest alone was a good idea? I'm either going mad or someone had intentionally lured me away from home. The stench lights grant me a smidgen of hope. A country road. I ran fast. I ran there as fast as I could, as afraid that the trail will shrink. Clawed hands will grip me by the shoulders, turn me around, and make them look at the face of hungry forest denizens. In the end, nobody stopped me. I almost flew to the cracked wooden bridge, disbelieving my luck. The bridge supported, bathed in the spring, tarried in the ice cold. I put my hand on my knees and looked up at the forest. Then snorted, trying to calm my breathing. The thicket was pretending to be asleep. It looked peaceful, lifeless. The remaining part of my commute lay through a snow-laden road, illuminated by sparse lamplights. I chased away a bad through the run as fast as I could from one cycle of light to another, seeking protection from electric lamps. Just like in the game where I need to be first to proclaim I am protected. It's just in this case the protection was flimsy at best, with darkness writhing outside the bones. Then I noticed something remarkably eerie. In a place where light from an inclined lamp couldn't reach, a hairy, crooked shadow came alive with a guttural roar. Oh, I thought this is a wolf, but is this a snot? Is this a wolf snot? It almost like the features the terrified its unnatural pose instead of fear. My eyes almost popped out their socket as I stood there, blinking, trying to chase away the illusion. I think he's only hallucinating. I think this is just a classmate now. But the shadow did not speak and even get closer. My insides were gripped by horror. I stepped back and almost fell into a snow pile. This black silhouette on the hand straightened up and addressed me in a sweet voice. What? Sneaking around her, trying to see my soul. Words got stuck in my throat. He could be talking in such a silky voice here between the forest and Dorman village? Will you say something, dummy? A cat got your tongue? Alright, I will butt off your nose then. That I will teach you not to poke into place it belongs. A ghost stood before me, judging from voice and the silhouette, but I couldn't even reprimand myself for getting scared by a girl. Before noticing a gaping mouth under her hood with something dangerously shiny inside, I was stunned. It's a wolf. Fox looks. From the cavity of a friendly, real foxtail was starting straight at me. It's just her jaws were moving and her eyes weren't blinking. A mask! It's just a girl with a fox mask. At least I want to think that. After a surprise like it, a nervous smile involuntarily crept into my face. I was just going to school and then you... What about me? Never seen a fox feed a dog? And indeed, there was a small dog cycling the girl's legs. One of the strays that were chasing me yesterday, probably. If you ask me, no, I didn't see a fox feeding a dog, but okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to. After hearing my voice, the dog whimpered, lowered its ears, sniffed me out, and then started wagging its tail. I guess it smelled of bologna that I ate for breakfast. I was swifting my gaze back and forth from the dog to the girl. She didn't seem scary anymore, just weird. So you didn't mean to, huh? What's your name? I'm Anton. And you? And I'm not. Oh my god, you're stupid. She's really funny. He has a couple loose screws. But she has a nice voice. My astonishment has turned into a mix of happiness and relief. This girl, I didn't know, was definitely a human, if a bit eccentric. I was also a bit angry at myself. The foxy girl was walking through the darkness without problem, and I shuddered from every little sound. I could just walk away, but the girl has piqued my interest. The next time a police officer asks me about my friends at the new place, I will tell him that I befriended a talking fox.
Здесь живешь?
Do you live around
В
here?
поселке?
In the village? The fox giggling purred. She spun around so hard that one of the cod lifted up.
Нет,
No,
глупый,
dummy.
лисы не
Fox
живут.
don't live in
хочешь
villages,
сказать,
so
ты
you live in
живешь
the
в лесу?
forest then.
Из какой норы
Have
ты
you been
вылез?
living under a rock? It
Конечно.
offers that fox can survive
Лисам
anywhere
среди
near
людей
humans,
мило, пока они
as long
лис.
as there are foxes. Her jokes were oh so weird. Just like her carnival mask, papier mache with full glory into it. A dog reminded us of existence of a loud bark and unfastened my backpack. That would sometimes throw food in there without my knowledge. Cookies, apples, or even my favorite, crab sticks? He called it a gift from the bunny. Treat from the bunny. The uneaten part of a business lunch or a treat best of brought for children. Parents will tell their children that a bunny asked them to deliver a sad threat. But it could also be any other animal, a squirrel or a bear, for example. The uneaten part of a business lunch or a threat special for children. Parents will tell the children that the bunny asked, okay. The stray strolled toward me with mincing footsteps, with a pleading look in her eyes. Sir, but with this cute little eyes, look at this. He needs food. He's cold. He's alone. We will end the episode right now here. So, I wish you a good night and doing well, my friends.